Hey everybody, welcome back to Thicker Liquor. My name is John, and today we're going to talk about these three wonderful 90 proof bourbons. When you're comparing bourbons, a lot of times you got to really take in the alcohol content, because it might not be fair to compare 94 proof, say Elijah Craig, with a 80 proof Basil Hayden. You know, one is just going to be a lot smoother than the other. So let's take these three. These, I think, are three robust, common. Maybe not a lot of people know about them, but they're in your liquor stores for sure. We have this Noble Oak. Noble Oak is from Indiana. We had Woodinville from Washington. We'll talk a little bit about both of these. And we have a really good one here, Four Roses Small Batch. And that is a true Kentucky straight bourbon. So we'll just talk about these three and see which would you buy for the $37, $38 range that they're all about in the same price. So let's talk about these three. Here we go. All right, so we're going to start with the Four Roses Small Batch. This is a terrific bottle of bourbon. And being 90 proof, these are all very smooth, very good. They are robust, so they got a good flavor. And I got to tell you right now, just from pouring this right now, the aroma in this bar here it's pretty good. I'm sure you're jealous. It smells really good in here. I can smell it. We'll talk about that too. And we'll start off with the Four Roses. The story behind it, I don't know if you know, is the guy, the creator, I guess, he proposed to some girl, or maybe he asked her out on a date, I don't know. But if she wore Four Roses that night, that means she was into it. Otherwise, she's not. And apparently she did, and he dedicated this bourbon to her. It is a straight Kentucky bourbon. It's a 4 bourbon blend, hence the Four Roses, I take it. And it's pretty good. It's always been one of my favorites. It is from Kentucky. Out of these three, I'd have to say it probably has the more alcohol smell of all these three. I know these bourbons well, so it's going to have a little bit of kick. But boy, is that smooth. That is really good. It lasts, it tastes, it's really good. That's a very fine bourbon. And I think for the price in that range, being a small batch, it's a pretty good value. Over here we have the Woodinville. This is a Washington bourbon. Okay, so the wood that they use for these barrels, they leave them out and they experience, full weather, rain, sleet and snow and cold and hot for the entire 18 months or something that they leave it out to. Supposedly that breaks down the tannins and softens up the wood, absorbs more of the flavor. We'll talk about that one. And the Noble Oak, a terrific bourbon. This is it's sweet, it's kind of a little cheat because they got some caramel in here, which makes this taste really, really good. It's so subtle, you got to really just sit on it for a little bit, but we'll talk about that. We'll start off with this one. In terms of the smell, this small batch bourbon, it smells really good. I mean, it smells like a Kentucky straight bourbon. You smell that corn. You smell the alcohol a little bit in the background. It is really good. It tastes great. This thing on ice, it's terrific. We're doing a neat test right now, but I mean, you just can't go wrong. This is for a straight Kentucky straight bourbon. Nothing really mixed into it. It is a terrific bourbon. I really love it. I recommend it. It's a good, nice little gift. The bottle is beautiful. It's pretty neat too. The Woodinville here, Washington, I got to tell you, a friend of mine turned me on to this, and he said, you got to give it a try. So he brought over a bottle. And they got a lot of stuff in here. I mean, on the back of the bottle, it goes on and on about the whole story of it, but they put a lot of things into this batch to get this, because you can smell everything. It smells really good. It is not nearly the straight bourbon smell that you get out of here, but you get a very wonderful, you just taste like the herbs and whatever it is that they're using in here. Creme brulee. notes of rich caramel, dark chocolate. That's what I was really tasting too. It's like that dark chocolate. You can almost taste like that. The bitter of the dark chocolate, it's in there somewhere. All right, last bottle we're going to talk about here is the Noble Oak. One of my favorites. I stumbled upon this bottle. This is a terrific, terrific bourbon. I love it. It is robust with flavors, sweet stuff. It's very, very good. They say it's got caramel. It's an Indiana bourbon, first of all. But the one thing is the smell. You can smell the caramel. I mean, this thing has got a lot in there. It must have a lot. I don't know what else it has in here, but it is very good. For a 90 proof bourbon, this thing is so smooth. That is really good. You taste those like oaky flavors, really strong, mixed in with the caramel. That's really good. It's almost like cheating that they put the caramel taste in there because it just breaks that alcohol down so well. Very tasty, very good, super nice, robust, very flavorful. Could drink this all night. True Kentucky straight bourbon. If you love that Kentucky straight bourbon taste like I do, this is a terrific bourbon. This is a true Kentucky bourbon. You can't go wrong with this bourbon. You know, you don't have to get the small batch. The regular Four Roses they got in the tall bottle, that's a good bourbon too. We like that one as well. That's a very good bourbon. This is a delight. Very good. All right, guys, so what'd you think? We got 3 wonderful bourbons over here. Which of these are your favorites? Tell me in the comments below. And tell me what's your favorite bourbon. That's what I want to know so I can put that up here and challenge it all along. Do you have a 90 proof bourbon that's the same as this? I got 3 more below the bar. Take a guess what it is. Tell me in the comments. And we will catch you on the next time. Love you guys. Take care. Thicker Liquor.